Granular materials, like sand, play an important role in nature and in our everyday lives. Made of particles that are large enough to resist thermal fluctuations and numerous enough to exhibit bulk behaviors, granular materials have a wide range of unique and intriguing properties. Sand is solid enough to form dunes more than 100 meters tall, and yet, in an hourglass, sand acts as a liquid, keeping time as it steadily flows through a tiny hole. During impacts, sand flows out of the way of an intruder, though it behaves strangely, resisting more during high-energy collisions. To understand the behavior of granular materials like sand, researchers in the Losert Granular Laboratory at the University of Maryland use a special technique called refractive index matching to look deep into granular piles and see the individual motion of grains. By submersing clear beads in a fluid with the same refractive index, the researchers effectively make the beads invisible, allowing them to see deep into the granular pile. The researchers then use lasers and a fluorescent dye to illuminate just a single sheet of beads at a time. In a recent research paper, the Losert Laboratory used the setup to study how a granular pile reacts when it is hit with a steel ball. Using a high-speed camera, they image the impact of the steel ball with the grains. They then use software to extract the trajectories of the beads, showing how the grains move during the impact. Next, researchers used an adjustable wall to apply strain to the pile. The strain strengthened the pile's network of grain-on-grain contacts, known as force chains, and aligned these force chains along the direction of strain. When researchers dropped a steel ball onto a pile of grains that had been pre-strained to strengthen internal force chains, they noticed a significant change in impact dynamics. Looking at the experiments side by side, researchers found the strengthened force chains significantly slowed the entry of the steel ball into the grains. By tracking the beads in both experiments, researchers saw that the strengthened force chains significantly decreased the number of plastic, irreversible rearrangements of the beads and increased the resistive force against the ball. Using data from the experiments, the Losert lab proposed a modification to the formula that models the forces during impact into a granular pile. The formula they proposed takes into account pre-straining of the granular pile and provides a more accurate model for the data they acquired. This new formula and the insights the Losert lab has gathered about the rearrangements of grains under impact improve our ability to model impacts into granular materials and have applications in scenarios ranging from feet striking sand to asteroids striking planets.